If I gain 95, 98, 99% in my exams, but I fail in the exam of life, which is the greatest exam, then I'm sorry, I'm not practical. Practical means to come out successful in the exam of life. Here we would like to discuss about Vedanta first in a nutshell, because before going to the practical application of Vedanta, it is very important to know what actually Vedanta is, so that we can go on to the practical aspect. Because before applying it in our day-to-day life, first we must know what Vedanta is. So, firstly, Vedanta, the word Vedanta, it has two words in it. The words are Ved and Anta. So, Vedas means infinite knowledge. So, and Anta means the end. So it is the end of infinite knowledge. Now, this term seems contradictory, because on one hand it is told that it is infinite knowledge, and again it is said that it is the end of infinite knowledge. So if it is the end of infinite knowledge, then it becomes finite. So the actual meaning of this is that it speaks of the ultimate knowledge. Now, what is this ultimate knowledge? The ultimate knowledge is to know who I am. Because it is very interesting, like if we have a computer, and a computer is a very useful instrument, it's a very useful tool, it's a very useful instrument. So before going to use it, we must know how to use it. What is the benefit, or what is the process of using a computer? So for that we have to see the manual and go through it. And after we go through the manual in the proper way, then we can come to know the exact way or how to use a computer. In a computer we give different commands. Now, if there is one single mistake in one command, the computer may hang up, or anything may happen to it, So the first thing is, before using, we have to know how to use it. We have to know about the computer itself. Similarly, this world that we use, the world that we see in front of us, the world that we use right from the morning to the end of the day, and in this process from the first day or the first breath of my life to the last breath of my life, what I use is my mind. So, like on days we see that if my mind is not good, waking up, suddenly I see my mind is not good and I'm not feeling good. And on that particular day, I don't feel like doing anything. I don't feel like working. I don't feel like interacting with people, like communicating with people, going to the office, or maybe cooking, or any other activities, even my day-to-day activity, I don't feel like doing it. And on some days, we wake up in the morning and suddenly we see that my mind is so beautiful, it's so good, it's so beautiful. And that day I do so many works, I cook or I go to the office, I do my business, I do my day-to-day activities, and after all these, I even do many other works. I even clear many of my pending works which were pending for the last maybe few days or few weeks or few months, even for a year. So why is that? It is because my mind is good. I feel like energetic, enthusiastic and everything. So this mind is the main component which I use in my day-to-day activity. So if I cannot manage my mind, or if I don't know how to use my mind in the proper way, then my life will be a hell. It would be a chaos. It would be entirely a chaos, So, in order to make my life beautiful, in order to make my life meaningful, in order to make my life worth living, the first thing which I have to do is to know my mind, know what it is actually, and then how to use it in the exact way so that I can be happy, I can enjoy this life. That is the main thing, because at the end of the day, after doing everything, after doing our day-to-day work or whatever our goal is, even on achieving our goal, at the end of the day, what we really want is to be happy, to have a smile on my face. So that is our aim. Whether I am a student, I am a doctor, I am a professor, or an engineer, or a housewife, or anyone. I may live at any corner of the world, I may have any profession, I may have anything. I may be rich, I may be poor, I may be anything. But at the end of the day, what I want is a smile on my face. What I want is bliss, peace, happiness. These are the things that we want, but we search them and we don't find. And after doing so many things, when we fail to find peace, when we fail to find enjoyment in life, the real enjoyment in life, or we fail to find happiness, we become frustrated and our life ultimately becomes a mess. So a successful life, because why I'm speaking about success? Because practical, whenever we say practical, that means one who is practical must be successful. That is our concept of practicality. If I say that he is a very practical man, do you know that that person is a very practical man? That implies that that man is really successful in his life, in whatever field he or she may be. He or she is successful. Similarly, to be successful, the real meaning of success is to be satisfied with myself at the end of the day. That I am satisfied with myself. I am satisfied with what I have done. I am satisfied with what I have. I am satisfied with what I have achieved. And if this is at the end of the day, I don't get that satisfaction, I cannot smile, I cannot laugh, I cannot enjoy my life, then sorry to say that our life is not successful and I am not a practical man. Because Our practicality is balanced on, or it is measured on the balance of success and failure. And success means not to earn money, not to earn name or fame. Yeah, those are necessary. Those are, of course, necessary. But ultimate successful means to be satisfied with myself at the end of the day. To be content with myself. So that I can smile, I can laugh. I can be happy with me. That is the main thing. It is me who matters most. If all people are happy with me, but I am not happy with myself, sorry to say, it is not success. It is not practical. So, first we have to know what is Vedanta. As I said, Vedanta means to know about my real self, who I am. To know about this mind, which I use each and every moment. For example, now I am speaking, I am using my mind. You are hearing, you are also using your mind. And when we go further, deeper into it, then we see that behind this mind is another thing which is known as consciousness. That is my real self. So Vedanta speaks about the real self, about the real nature of myself. And now the practical utility. So first thing, what do we mean by practical? Practical undoubtedly means to be successful in life, but that success can not only be measured in terms of my gain, my profit, my name, my fame, my bank balance, my property. No, sorry. It must also be measured in terms of my happiness, my satisfaction, my peace, my content, my being content with myself. So, Vedanta, that is the practicality. And how does Vedanta helps in this? When we were teenager, a group of young boys and girls, we were going to Bhagavan, we were meeting him, we were listening Vedanta from him daily, morning and evening we were listening Vedanta from him, and it was so logical, so beautiful. But after a few days he would always ask us, do you get confidence in yourself? Do you get this strength within you? Do you see that your strength, your inner strength is increasing? And we used to see that, yes, that is. I am gaining self-confidence. I am gaining or I can discover the strength in me. I have got much more strength in me than before. So Vedanta actually gives us this self-confidence, which is very, very, very much necessary in our day-to-day life, in whatever field we are. It may be in our academic field, it may be in my profession, it may be in any field, but the one most important thing which makes one successful and another unsuccessful is the self-confidence, is the belief in oneself, is the discovery or manifestation of the inner strength that we have within us. And Vedanta helps here in this respect. Because as it is said, Vedanta, what is actual Vedanta? What does it do? It manifests the hidden divinity within us. That we are all potentially divine. And Vedanta helps us to discover or manifest this divinity. So as I go on manifesting my divinity, I see my self-confidence, my inner strength, my conviction in myself, my belief in myself, the love for one and all these positive things, the positive energies, the positive vibrations, they grow in me, they increase day by day, gradually, they increase in me. And when I can fully discover myself, that is like the total blossoming of a flower gradually. When it blossoms and become one beautiful flower, giving out its fragrance to one and all, that is the discovery of myself. That is the person who I am really. So Vedanta helps in discovering this strength within us. This is within us. This is this innate or hidden strength, potential strength. Vedanta helps in discovering this strength. And the main, yardstick of our success, or how can we measure that whether we are successful or not, is that how we have managed our life. The greatest test or exam, the greatest test which we have to give in our life is life itself. How we have managed it and how we have handled it and how we have overcome our, adversities, our sufferings, our struggles, how we have faced it and how we have overcome it. Vedanta or spirituality plays a very important role in this aspect, because Vedanta always says, overcome, do not avoid, face it and then overcome it. This is a very important aspect of our life. Today we see, the educational standards have gone up, and almost every house has a graduate or a postgraduate student, or someone doing higher studies, IIT, IIM, so many things. They get, spectacular results they do, and they come out beautifully in their exams. But unfortunately, in the exam of their life, they fail very miserably. They cannot handle the stress. They cannot handle the adversities. So, if I gain 95, 98, 99% in my exams, but I fail in the exam of life, which is the greatest exam, then I'm sorry, I'm not practical. Practical means to come out successful in the exam of life. So, Vedanta or spirituality helps us in this respect. Why? It prepares us for the adversities and to overcome those adversities with a smile on our face. It just does not prepare us for our adversities. It prepares us, or it prepares ourselves for the adversities with a smile on our face.